Well, okay. Let's answer some questions. Let's talk about them.
I want to talk to you
Yeah,
about. I want to talk about the drivers, um, both drivers, self-drive
self-driving
taxi,
taxis, of course.
self-driving taxi or bus or yeah. So I maybe it's self-driving car for taxi or buses. It's okay. But I don't want to use the self-driving car because I think I have to think of my mind. I want to use my mind. I want to use my muscle and everything. I want to move my body
Yes.
to rest. Yeah. I don't. I think self-driving cars is good for disabled people.
Disabled, do
Um,
you mean?
Able.
People with disability, you mean?
Disabled, yeah, yeah.
Yes, disabled
Disabled,
people, yes.
disabled. But
Uh,
not good for everyone.
yeah, of course, maybe. Yes, it encourages like or
We
promotes
will be,
lazy lifestyle.
we will, yeah, we will become a lazy people in the future. With
Yes,
technology, technology can help do housework, cooking,
definitely agree
clean
with you.
house. Yeah, yeah.
Definitely
Mhm.
agree with you that it can end like a lazy, unhealthy, inactive lifestyle. I would definitely agree with you. Technology is good, but overuse, as I told you, I always say the problem is with the word over. Overuse of technology or any other thing can cause big issues, big problems. So the first one, yes, a lazy lifestyle, like, inactive, just, I don't know, sitting, watching, not using your muscles. And as you said, like they can be okay in some cases, but you don't want to use them personally. You can add personally if you want to emphasize on you, okay? So you want to use your mind, you want to use your muscles, you want to move your body, okay? And you want to, in one word, you want to stay active. That is completely acceptable, and I do agree with you. So yes, self-driving cars can be great options for people with disabilities. I do agree with you, but not for everyone. And as I told you, they might encourage lazy lifestyle and like making people inactive, as I told you just now. So making people inactive, and technology can definitely help with housework, with cooking, but it can also lead an unhealthy, inactive lifestyle if we rely on too much. So that's really important if we rely on it too much. And I will definitely agree with you. So me myself, just I myself, I feel like that I like it. But actually, I am the one for that traditional, active, lively lifestyle. Riding your bike, walking in the street, feeling, seeing, just, that is really important. Being in nature, just, what is this? Like people, as you can see, sometimes I watch some videos For example, it was so surprising for me. I was watching a video on YouTube, like, just it was normally I watch some like documentaries or watch some videos about different countries. Normally we have free discussion topics, so have ideas to talk about. Like it was about Japan. Perfect people, perfect, modern, high tech and sophisticated technology, great, I can say, but when I was watching the video, just I was thinking, I was wondering why these people look like robots. No smile, just that was so different. Like, it was like in subway, they were on subway, so people were going to work. Just yes, everything was perfect, silent, quiet, perfect. But even the way that they stood, they was like, oh, exactly the same as like robots. No emotion, no feeling, no smile. And actually, I felt a little bit scared. So, yeah, where we are going. I don't know. I don't like this. This is not. I like the word with a little bit maybe traditions with like classic lifestyle with maybe a little bit old school people. So, but technology. So this is negative side. Well, and let's keep going with the next question. And let me see. Okay. Do you always wear a seatbelt? Of course, we have to wear, even if you're riding in the rear seat or no. So,
Um, I always wear a seatbelt when I'm in a car.
yeah,
Even I am sitting in the rear seat.
yeah,
Uh, in Vietnam, we have a
of
regulation
course. Yeah,
to enforce at they they regulate the people who is who sitting in the
yeah, of
rear.
course.
We
So,
have to seat belt. We had to wear a seat belt
yeah.
even when we are in the rear.
Of course, you have to like, yeah, of course. But it's like no matter if you actually sit at the back of a vehicle or like, just or you are maybe driving, so yeah, they need to,
But don't. Most of people in Vietnam don't wear seatbelt in
So
in the
why
rear
is
seat.
it okay? So there is no rule, there is no re
Yeah,
regulation.
we have a rules. We have a revolution, but no one's obey the follow the rules.
Ah. So
Just
there's
the
no fine. So
driver and
if you don't
occupant.
follow, you won't be fined.
Mhm. Yeah, but uh, I haven't not. I haven't been to fire.
Yeah.
I haven't been to
Fined.
be
You haven't.
fire. Fire.
Fine. Fine. I want to give you something like fine, the money that you need to pay if you do something illegal. Like, for example, I don't know, just if you don't wear your, I don't know, seatbelt. So this is something that you need to pay for it. Or for example, when riding bike or I don't know, motorbike, you need to wear a helmet. If you don't, you need to pay that money to the government. That is called fine. And you can use it as a verb. So you will be fined if you don't do this.
Will be
So
fine.
I'm
Yeah.
asking you if just, what is the rule? So if people don't do this and if don't wear a seat belt, if they need to pay fine, if they will be fined for it or no?
In the real estate? No,
Yeah,
no, yeah. We'll not be fine, but we have a regulation. Yeah.
of
If
course.
we don't wear, if we don't wear seat belt in front seat,
Yeah,
we will be fined.
yeah. And are kids allowed to sit, uh, we can say, for example, in just front seat or no in your country?
Sit in the front,
S-
in the front seat.
I'm asking if in your country, if kids are allowed to sit, in
Ah,
the front seat or no?
yes, allowed.
In,
They are allowed to sit in the front.
ah, but they shouldn't be.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah, but it's dangerous. Yeah,
I don't let my kids sit in the front.
of course, it's dangerous. So dangerous. So it's better like not to. So I think the rear seat is the best seat for kids. So it's better to sit like in the back seat than front. And let's see the next one. Okay.
What
What?
are the most annoying? What are the most annoying bad driving habits of other driver in your country? Yeah, my bad driving habits are my. What is the most annoying? Uh, Bad driving habits in my country is honking, honking.
Without any reason. People make
Maybe
noise pollution.
yeah, patient. They don't have a patient. They impolite.
So I
They
think
honk
it's, yeah, they
so
make
much.
noise pollution and because they're not maybe patient enough to wait. But actually, so I think we need to have some regulations, some rules about this. It's really important because sometimes it's really annoying. So especially in some areas, you're not allowed to honk, but yes, can be a negative
Mm.
habit. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
the most,
other bad
yeah,
driving habits. Other bad driving habits is um presidency. Pres- Presi- President, President or President walking. People who walk on the street.
pedestrian, you
Pedestrian.
mean? Pedestrian?
Yes,
Pedestrian crossing, you mean? Crosswalk, you
crossing.
mean?
Who the people who walk
Pedestrian.
in the on the
Pedestrian.
street
On
are
the street, pedestrian,
pedestrian.
yeah. Yeah.
Um, the bad the bad habits, the bad driving habits uh, um, is they um, they try to go first.
Okay, what?
I, I they they try to go to they try to drive, but not. Uh,
I
I
can,
don't know what to say. You know, we have to stop
of
when we are
course.
driving a car.
Yeah.
We have to stop.
For traffic
Uh,
light, of course, so you need to stop.
Traffic
Okay.
light and the pedestrian can cross the street,
Cross the street, of course. When the
and
light,
they are the uh, priorities. um, Priorities um, Um,
So, so let me
I
see. You
mean
want to
that
say they don't wait. They don't wait, and just they cross the street just whenever they want, even if traffic light is green. You mean this?
uh, we have to stop and we let the pedestrian pass,
Yeah,
uh, cross the street first. After that,
of course.
we
So,
go.
but actually, they are not. Actually, we have traffic light, and like we have, it's just, that every crosswalk, at every crosswalk, we have a light. So if it's green, so they're allowed to, people allowed to cross the street. If no, they need to wait until it turns green and then they can cross the street. So, and then cars should stop. So I can get what you mean actually. So when you say we need to wait until they cross the street,
I see in your country, pedestrian is a priority.
of course.
Well, yes, but in my country, we not.
Ah,
We
so
can.
cars don't wait.
Yeah, the car can't wait. The car go,
Ah,
go, go, and pedestrian cannot walk across the street. They
ah,
have to wait so long. They cannot walk or they cannot cross the street because the cars or my motorcycle don't stop to let them uh, cross the street. Yeah.
okay, let me ask you something. So, don't you have a traffic light at every crosswalk? So when then
We don't have
uh,
every traffic light in the cross.
at crosswalk.
Some
Crosswalk is pedestrian crossing. So we normally say crosswalk is easier. In American, we say crosswalk this way, like exactly the same as pedestrian crossing. They're the same, but you can also say crosswalk. Yeah.
at
So you
the
you meant that cars don't stop while people are crossing. Yeah, got it.
at the traffic light. No traffic light there. There is no traffic light.
Yeah,
Um, in the some places where we don't have traffic light,
yeah, of course I
uh,
know.
it's very difficult for the foreigner or for the people, citizens cross to the street,
Cross the street, of
cross
course.
through the
Two,
cross
no,
the
just
street.
cross the street, yes.
Yeah, cross the street.
Yeah, got it. But it can cause accidents.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in your country, I see every car stop
yeah, of course.
and they
Yes, of
let a
course.
pedestrian cross
Yes,
the street
yes, yes,
first.
of course. Yeah.
Oh, you're very polite, but
Even if,
not happen in my country.
and because people get angry, for example, if someone is crossing the street and if a car, someone, for example, a driver honks, if they do this, people get angry and don't like it. Even they might react. Like, so it's not what people accept. So because of this, like they need to respect when people are crossing. Normally people crossing the street with, I don't know, a cup of coffee and, just, doing something and they need to wait for it. If they honk, maybe people just get angry and then they might react in a negative way. So yes, this is what accepted, we can say, like a norm. Yeah. But of course, I think, they have cars, they need to wait because they are sitting easily. People are crossing the road. So just without cars, it's hard. So it's better to wait. Why not? Well, The next question is this one. Okay. What kind of things annoy you about other people's driving?
What? Oh, um, your questions number what?
This
Number
one, eight.
8. What kind of things annoy you about other people's driving? What kind of thing annoy you?
Everything. Everything annoys me. God. Uh,
And what kind of thing annoys me
maybe this.
about
You
other
said that yes,
people
you
driving?
don't like when they, yeah, you say when they honk, or you said you don't like this, maybe.
Then maybe they horn,
Yeah, of
just
course.
horn.
Yeah. And what kind of things, no, what kind of transportation do you use most often?
What kind of thing do you use most often? Car. I use car. I drive car every day. Um, I can. Mm, I think I can live without a car or my bicycle or a
Okay.
motorcycle.
Yeah, it's important.
And,
Yeah.
and I always uh, thanks you for transportation, for my car,
You're
for
really grateful for it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, of
I'm
course.
grateful
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
it.
of course. You're
It
right.
kept me goes everywhere,
Yeah, of
and
course.
we don't have a rain or sunlight. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You don't get stuck in rain, or I don't know, you don't get sunburned because of walking in sunlight. Yeah, of course. So you should really, yeah, really, you should appreciate this actually like uh invention because yeah, I think we don't mind living without a car. Okay. Well, the next one. So tell me about, so of course you don't use public transportation because you said that you use sometimes like some questions are like so repetitive, like, okay, what kind of, so my car, so you don't need to answer this one. And do you think countries can reduce congestion on the roads?
Congestion, what does it mean? What
Traffic
does it mean?
jam. When there are
Just
many cars on the street and they can't move or they move so slowly, very slowly. So it says congested.
congestion. Mm.
Yes, congestion.
Yes, I think they can reduce congestions on the road. They have to regulate uh, about the how to use their car, how to use the public transportation. Uh, and maybe only one car for one family.
But they can't
Mm,
act in this way.
and we can share the car. We can use the mm,
Maybe they need to improve public transportation. So that's really important. So when we
Yes.
have, when we have comfortable, modern public transportation, okay, and if they focus on increasing the number of maybe like public transportation means or cars, so of course people tend to use them, and as well as raising awareness. Like, it can be really useful, then people tend to use public transport. But when we can say that, okay, public transportation is especially limited in some areas. So people don't have access to just public transportation, or if they do, it's so maybe we can say people should sit packed, just, full of people, large number of people. So it's so crowded and people don't tend to use. So if they focus on increasing maybe the number of vehicles as well as improving the quality of like public transportation, I think people step by step will just tend to use rather than their cars, their own cars. But, of course, they don't do anything about it. And the culture of
Mm-hmm.
public transportation, the culture of public the use of public transportation is really in many countries, like my country, yeah, is not an accepted or nor or standard culture. So people tend to use their own vehicles then uh public transportation, especially if you live in countryside. So I think this way. Or but you can say that yeah, maybe they can authorities, as you said, need to regulate car usage, maybe limit one car per family. So they can, so phrase government or authorities, yeah, need to just regulate about car usage. Maybe they can limit just one car per family. Yeah. And then improving public transportation and comfortable, modern, widely available. That's really important to be widely available. Yeah. So people are likely, and raising awareness about its benefits can also help. So public transportation is limited in some areas, especially, or maybe it's overcrowded, as I told you, that which people maybe, I don't know, it discourages people. I think it discourages people.
It's correct.
Yeah, from using it. So people don't like to use from using it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if the number of vehicles increases and the quality improves, step by step, people will start using public transport more instead of relying on their own cars. And the next one, let's say,
How important do you think it is used? How important? Yes,
yeah,
it's very important to use public transportation to reduce congestions on the roads. Mm, mhm. It save money, uh, save energy, mm, reduce traffic jam.
yes, and
It can
pollution.
stressful and reduce the stress. Uh,
Pollution.
pollution, yes, okay.
Yeah,
Very
pollution,
important.
air
That
pollution,
much
noise
it
pollution.
is. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the government try their best to make the better public transportation system, but I don't know why. Mm, It
Yeah.
uh, less people use it. Some buses are empty. They move on the road, but it's empty. But the driver have to still have to drive every day.
Yeah.
That's their routine, but no one there or very less people there in the buses. Yeah, they use a taxi or a motorcycle,
Yes.
own a car.
Yeah. People are less likely, they're less likely to use. Yeah, you
That's
can say
right.
they are less likely to use. And, just for public transportation, like, bus or train or subway, we say on, not in. In only for car and
Oh,
taxi. So for small vehicles like car and taxi, you can say in. But for just big ones like bus, train, subway,
oh,
on. For plane, on. For boat, on.
I don't think I can remember.
Of course, you can. Just remember this. Let me give you a tip. When you think about a big one that you can move on it, you can walk on it. For example, on the bus, you can move. On the boat, you can move. You can walk on it. Or for example, ship or plane, they are big ones. So this is like a tip, okay? It's on. But for taxi,
Mm,
that is so small, you can't move, you can't walk, or your own car, you use in. So this is
hmm.
a tip. Yeah, you never forget this way.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, yes. As you said, public transportation can help reduce congestion. So it can help reduce congestion, as you said. And of course, on the road, save money, energy, low traffic jams, and reduce stress, as you said, air pollution, noise pollution. And they should, of course, government should try their best to improve public transportation system. For some reason, that money is one of this, and financial, you know, just as financially using cars and financially improve the economy of yeah, the country. So of course they don't invest in public transportation because they need to spend a lot. And uh, this is one reason. But yes, you said some buses are running on the road with very few passengers. So they they are running on the road with just few people who get on the bus, passengers. Okay. But the drivers still have to work every day. Yes, drivers still have to work every day, even with very few passengers. Well, and the last question is, let's see.
I watch TV and
Yeah,
some Western um, Western or European countries, they have a very good public transportation, like Germany or um, other countries in the European,
yes,
uh, and they have um, uh, green and fresh environment.
yeah, of course.
Mhm. They use scooter and bicycles to work to go to work
Yeah,
or use gyms or use your transportation, public transportation.
yes. Actually,
So many
yeah, everything is about culture. So first people
culture.
need to learn, and then of course, so government, but how teach people, how push people to use public transportation. The first thing is to make it just more attractive. I don't know, having more modern, like comfortable, high quality. So of course, this way people, oh, wow, it's good, let's use it. But it's about, more about culture. So if people tend to use, and it's not really easy, something that is shaped or has been shaped in many years to be changed in one day or 1 year, it takes time. But I think why not? We can, if we want, we can. Yeah, but I think it's really good to use. I'm not the one for public transportation, but it's perfect. So I really appreciate
Okay.
the use. Well, okay. So let's see. So enjoy your holiday now. Just, you have,
Mhm.
yeah, of
Thank
course,
you.
you have and again, happy your Independence Day. Have a great
Thank
time.
you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. And see you
Have a
next.
good weekend
Thank you
with
so
your
much.
daughter.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Relax a lot, rest a lot.
Of course. I forgot to share I will just in a few minutes. I will share my favorite songs. I forgot it. You have time so you can listen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Of
Okay,
course.
thank you so
Of
much.
course. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Bye.